victims. I think there's a woman called Amber here, isn't there? Here's.
Oh, Amber Heard is actually, so this gets back to Jessica Reed Krause. So how Lady Victoria Harvey really got interested in Jessica Reed Krause was two things. Jessica Reed Krause covered the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. She went there, she says, on her own dime. But if you look at her content, she wasn't there actually covering the trial. She was there trying to butter up the Maxwells. She's there on, recording herself, asking Isabel Maxwell, what Netflix do you like? She's asking Leah Safrani, who is a very good friend of the Maxwell family, what music do you listen to? And Yo-Yo Ma. And it's all fluff. It's all fluff. And so she sits there and she says she's an expert on the Epstein case, but I think she was just infatuated with the Maxwell family. I think she's infatuated with important people like Trump. She's infatuated with royalty. And so she was there being infatuated. And then after the Ghislaine Maxwell trial happens, she gets invited to cover the Depp trial, but she gets invited by Depp's team. She gets invited by friends of Johnny Depp to cover the Depp trial. And pretty clearly, she starts doing smear campaign work against Amber Heard. Stories of sex parties with Elon Musk in San Francisco. And there is a substantiated, coordinated campaign in that trial against Amber Heard. That is tracked. Adam Waldman is a lawyer and a consultant who is also has had to register as a foreign agent of Russia, and he got a team of influencers together to smear Amber Heard. And one of the ways that they did that is they created ready-made content through a person called the Andy Files. I do not know who Andy is. I'm still trying to track Andy down. But the Andy Files was a Dropbox. And what happened was these various influencers could go and just grab ready-made trial evidence of, summaries and pictures and photos. And then they could stream for hours with this stuff. They could make money. That's how you get paid, is just, if you've got really interesting content, you can just stream for hours and make money. So that's what happened.
So this as well. Gosh, fascinating.
Yeah.
What's the Maxwell role? Because you say that they paid through Brian Basham, Jay Beecher, I think it was £80,000 to write this book. So what's their purpose? Just to sort of minimize Ghislaine Maxwell's involvement, somehow get her a pardon? I mean, there's clearly a very active campaign going on there.
Yeah, the pardon has been the goal since 2023. The pardon was the goal. And the reason why they want Ghislaine Maxwell pardoned is because they feel that if she's released from prison, that's it, game over. How can you look at anything else in the Epstein files? And then that clearly substantiates the Epstein hoax. And that's definitely what it feels like our administration is leaning towards, especially with the favoritism she has received. And so...
Why is the administration so sympathetic to her? Because it doesn't play well with public opinion.
Because I think she just knows too much.
Right.
I think So I think she knows too much.
You keep quiet and we'll take care of you.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the warden handling her mail now for her personal mail. She gets private time to, use computers. I mean, she might even watch our interview. Who knows? She's got so much access right now. She's really just in an apartment complex, it feels like right now.
And I mean, I've heard talk of bots and things. I mean, is that the case? Are bots being used to discredit people?
Definitely. That was definitely used in the Amber Heard smear campaign very heavily. There's a really good investigative piece called, Who Trolled Amber Heard? And that piece does an incredible job at looking at the Twitter metrics and the amount of bot activity and these instances where something would come out at the trial and then suddenly there's just an incredibly disproportionate amount of nasty tweets and terrible things being said about Amber Heard versus, what is organically generated on Twitter. So these things happen. They happen all the time. And in particularly on platforms like X and or Twitter and Threads, where it's very fast paced. It's all text based, and people aren't talking to each other directly. They're just talking in text,
Just
and
commenting.
so yeah, commenting.
That's the difference between a bot and a real person.
The first telltale sign is if what they're saying sounds repetitive from other things you keep seeing other profiles saying. But I will look often at a profile before I respond, just to see if it's been newly generated. So, if they don't have a lot of followers, if they're newly generated, that's not somebody I'm going to spend time with now online. I used to probably spend a lot of time arguing with. And bots aren't just computers. Bots are also people in foreign countries with, hundreds of phones, and they're there acting like real people. I mean, they're acting like real Americans, but they're not. They're being paid in foreign countries to do this.
And I mean, do you think there's foreign influence here? I mean, that there are bots being paid by foreigners to discredit any of the people, who Epstein's victims?
Well, one of the things why I talk about the Andy file Dropbox is because one of the things that popped up that Lady Victoria Harvey has promoted significantly is a similar Dropbox. And I've called this Dropbox the fake photo Dropbox. It's on a profile called The Real Mother Faker. This is a profile that she has set up. I even caught her saying that it's her profile, even though she will deny it is. But this Dropbox is set up, and it's got, all this significant PDF file that's, 50 pages now. And it's all these different breakdowns of the photo and how could, Virginia and Prince Andrew aren't even the same height, or, look at her hair's not right. It's just incredible amount of work put into trying to discredit this photo. And the work looks exactly like the Andy files. It looks like the same author, same font, everything. So that speaks to me that she reached out to that person to help, because she is not the type of person that can pull together a 50-page, very well legally written PDF.
And are they attacking not just the victims, but journalists, for example, like you, or book writers like me?
Yes. Oh, yes, certainly. Probably after this interview airs, I am sure that the vitriol towards me will increase, and perhaps to you.